So this is College Panda Test 2 Section 4. College Panda Practice Test 2 Section 4. In the last episode we have covered question 25 of Section 4. So in this episode we're gonna finish from 26 to 38 so we can finish the test. Okay, so let's get going. Okay, number 26 and 27. Okay, so they have the distribution of lobster weight in Maine and Massachusetts. Okay. So they asked us about what is the mean. The mean we call all the harvested lobster. Okay, so for number 26, so why is so big? Just the phone. Okay, so the mean will be calculated by this equation. Okay, so the mean is gonna be calculated by the sum. Okay, the sum I have to draw it because there's no no symbol for that. The sum, the sigma of all value times frequency. Value times frequency, and all of that divided by the sum of frequency. So divided by the sum of frequency. So that's the formula for the mean, right? Okay. So now we go calculate the mean. Gonna be equal to so the sum of value times frequency, right? And divided by the sum of frequency. So we're gonna make the division first. So the mean of the weight, right? So we have to calculate the weight. Okay, so for the weight of 1 pound, there are 20 lobster in Maine and 30 in Massachusetts. So 20 plus 3 plus okay, so 2 times 20 plus 15. Okay, plus this is going to be like this. 3 times 8 plus 5 plus 4 times 2 plus 0, right? Because that's the frequency. Okay, so I gotta write it down a little bit. Big. So let's go down. Okay, and we divide by the sum of frequency. So again, we can add all these numbers back again, but that's not a quite short, right? Because we know the sum of frequency is actually 50 lobster in Maine and 50 lobster in Massachusetts. So that's 50 plus 50, and that's enough for the calculation of the mean, right? And therefore you can calculate out the result, which is gonna be 1.67. So 27. Which of the according to data, which of these accurately compare the median weight of the lobster harvested of Maine with that of which means the median of the lobster in Massachusetts? Okay. Okay, so 27. So the median of the Maine. Okay, so there are 50 elements in this distribution. So median gonna be the median gonna be number is the main number 34 plus main number 25, and we divide it. It's 34. It's 25 with 6. Sorry. So it's 25 and main number 26. Divided by 2. Right? Because main number 25 is the last element of the first half, and main number 26 is the first element of the second half. So main number 25 is gonna be the 25 element is gonna be 3, right? No, it's gonna be, no, sorry, it's 2. And main number 26 is gonna be also 2, right? So this is gonna be median, gonna be 2. Okay, so let's calculate the median of the Massachusetts. Okay. So okay, because there are 50 lobster as well in Massachusetts, so the median of Massachusetts gonna be also the Massachusetts number 25 plus Massachusetts number 26 divided by 2, right? So Massachusetts, I will just go at Massa. So then go Massa number 25 plus Massa number 26. So Massa 25 is the number Massa number 25 is actually 1, right? And Massa number 26 is 1. So but Massa number 26 is also 1. So it's 1. So the median of Massachusetts is actually 1, right? Because there are 31 pounds lobster in Massachusetts. So but the median is the sum of the 25 and 26 divided by 2. So both the 25 element and 25th element, and 26th element are 1. So it means it's 1 pound more. So I think it's B, right? So the median weight of lobster from Maine is 1 pound more, and that from Massachusetts. So I think it's B. Okay. So so I have announced 36C and 27B. Let's check it out. So it's exactly what we have calculated. 26 is C, 1.67, and 27 is B. Is the average of the element and the 25th element. So I mean 25th element and the 26th element. So 2 and 1, right? Okay. So let's move on to number 28. Come on. Number 28. Okay. So number of girls in your class is 3 more from 4 times number of boys. Okay. If 23 students in class, how many boys were there? Okay. So this is just a system of simple linear equations, right? So 28. Girl is 3 more than 4 times the boy. So it's 4 boys plus 3. Okay. So many girls. 3 more than 4 times the number of boys. So girl is 4 boys plus 3, and we have girl plus boy equal to 33. So that means that we replace girl G with 4b plus 3. So 4b plus 3 plus 3 are gonna give us 33. Okay. So that's quite obvious. Okay. So so by this we have just 5b equal to 30, so b equal to 6. So and they ask about the number of boys, right? So and the S is 8. Okay, 30. Taylor's bank account, 5% annually interest. Okay, so she withdraw $200 after 3 years. Okay. So 39. So initially she have $1,000. So 5% interest each. So 1.05. And because she withdraw $200 after 3 years, so this has to be 2 power of 3, and we have to minus $200. And but they asked about the number after 7 years, so this amount has to compound another time for another 7 minus 3, which is 4 years. So to the power of 1.05 to the power of that's the time, right? Sorry, to the power of because 7 years we have used 3, so 7 minus 2. Okay, so let's simplify that. It's gonna be 7 minus 3, so 2 power 4, right? So essentially we just has to, you know, like distribute the number. So it's this thing or this thing at a time and minus 2 at a time. So the first term has also to multiply by this part. Okay. Okay, so this is gonna get 1000 times 1.05 to the power of 7 and minus 200 times 1.5 to the power of 4, right? So the answer should be 3D, right? Okay, number 30. Number 30. Alex and Brian weighed a total of 300 pounds. Okay. Okay. Alex and James 280 pounds. James and Brian are weighted at 350 pounds. Okay. And they asked about the total of the weight. Okay, so that's a nice trick to this exercise, and let's do it together. Okay? Yeah. So Alex plus Brian is A and B is 300. And Alex plus James is 280. And James plus Brian is 350. So they asked about what is Alex and Brian and James are weight all together. So the first approach you can do is that you can try to show this system of equation. So this system is solvable as there's three equations and three variables, right? So it's solvable, three equations, three variables. So that's a valid equation. It's solvable. However, it's not going to be a clever idea as not as to solve it. As for the sum of the variable. So well, let's do a little bit trick here. So let's add all of these three equations together. So now we have add all of these three together. So A plus A is 2A, B plus B is 2B, and J plus J is 2J. So that's 2 times A plus B plus J. And on the right side we just add everything together. So that's 580 plus 350, and that is 930, right? So now to find out A plus B plus J, this is just equal to 2 times A plus B plus J divided by 2. That's all. This term divided by 2. So that is just 930 divided by 2. So that eventually on the generate you 465. So I think the answer is B. Alright. Alright. So I think 30 is B. Alright. So let's do 31. We can take a break. So 31. So the measure of triangle of a triangle at 3y, 2y, 3y is 60. What is the value of y? Okay, so do you know that in a triangle, the sum of triangle, I got to be A plus B plus C is equal to 180, right? 180 degree. So in this case, 2y plus 3y plus 60 is equal to 180. So 5y is equal to 120. So y is equal to 24, I think. Okay, so 24 is the answer of 31. And let's check it out. Let's check it out. So 31, 28 is A, 28 is A indeed, 29 is D indeed. Okay, so 30 is D. Okay, the 465 and 31 is 24. That's correct. Okay, so it's all correct. Alright, so let's do from 32 to the end, right? 32 to the end. 32 to the end. Okay, so 32. The square of side length 2 are removed from the corner of an 8 by 11 piece of paper shown by cutting along the dashed line. Okay, alright. the slices of the paper will be folded up to create a rectangle box with an open top. Okay, then imagine that. Okay, how many cubes of side length 1 are needed to completely fill in this box? Okay, alright. Okay. So we have to draw for this. Okay, so it's 8 on this side, 11 on this side, 8 on this side, huh? Alright, so we cut a piece of 1. So each of these are 1, each of these are side length 1. Okay. Side length 2. Yes, sorry. And they fold this up to create a rectangle box. So so you can see that when they do it that way, we know that. Okay. When they do it that way, we know that. Okay. This part 2 here. When they fold it up, this part here gonna be the. This part here gonna be the head, right? This part here gonna be the head. So the head is equal to 2. And you just imagine that you fold it up. So let's now find out the width. When you fold it up that way, fold it up that way. Okay, so this has to be the. This has to be the. This has to be the width, right? Because if you just imagine you fold it up, right? So this has to be the width, right? This has to be the width. So. So the width has to be, okay, so it's 8 minus, okay, so 2 times 2, so that's actually 4, right? Because that just makes sense, right? Because, okay. And now we have to find out the length. So we're gonna cut the corner. So the length is now what is remaining of the original length, right? So the length is now this part. So you have to use your imagination for this exercise. So the length now is this part. So the original length minus 2. Okay, the length now is the original length minus 2. So the length now is It's now 11 minus 2. Minus 4 because you cut on the 2 side, right? Minus 2, minus 2. So that's equal to 7. Alright. So now the new volume gonna be equal to the new width, which is 4, times the new length, which is 7, and multiply by new height. So this is 56. So but the volume of one cube, well, each side is 1, right? So it's 1 cube. So it's 1. So actually you can fill 56 of those cubes into a new boxes, right? New box. So the answer is actually 56. 32. I think it's 56. 56. Okay. So let's check if we are correct. So it's 56 indeed. It's 56 indeed. Okay. Okay. 33. Okay, so let's continue. Number 33. A food manufacturer fills container of seasoning with various species, pepper and salt, spices, pepper and salt. The amount of pepper in milligram used for seasoning can be modeled by the equation. Okay, so let's get the equation down. 33 P equal to 10 plus PS over 4. As this amount of salt in milligram, pepper is P, okay, and O in milligram. According to the model, how many milligram of pepper are added for every increase? For every 1 milligram increase in the amount of salt. Okay, now, so we are talking about 3 plus 10 plus 3 s plus 1 over 4 over 4. So because the amount of salt will increase, so this is P new, right? Because the amount of salt increased by 1 milligram, so we're gonna find the difference between P new and P. But let's just calculate it just first. So we can distribute P is equal to 10 over 4 plus 3s over 4 like this, and for P new is equal to 10 over 4 plus, okay, so it's also 3s over 4, but it also had to add 1 over 4. So when we can see that obviously P new minus P is 1/4, right? So actually 1/4 of milligram, so 1/4 milligram of pepper are added when we added 1 gram of salt. So it's actually 1/4. Alright, 34. complete table above show the result of a survey that asked a group of doctors and lawyers how many vacations they take each year. Okay. If a doctor from the survey group is chosen at random, what is the probability the doctor take at least one vacation? No, the probability that is 4.5 and for survey at least 2 vacations each year. Okay, let's see. So we know that. Okay, so there are some doctors who take 0 vacation per year, and some take 2 vacation per year. So they ask if a doctor is survey is chosen by a random, so the probability that the doctor take at least one vacation each year is 4/5, right? Which means that that the probability that the doctor take at least one vacation, so at least means that P of doctor, so okay, vacation is just say bigger or equal to 1, at least 1, right, is 4.5. Okay. So we can find out the number of doctor who has more or equal to 1 vacation, which is just because the probability is 4.5. So we took 4.5 multiplied by the total is 100, so it's 80, right? So 80 doctors who take at least 1 vacation. Okay. So but we know that the number of doctors who take at least 1 vacation is just the number of doctors who take 1 equation plus the number of doctors who take 2 plus equation, right? So now we have an equation here. That so we know that number of doctors who take at least 1 vacation is 80, and we know that the doctor who take 1 vacation only is 45. So the number of doctors who take 2 vacation and above is actually the remaining. So we can figure out that number as well. So 80 minus 45 is 35. Alright. And but then we know that the lawyer who take at least 2 vacation is 20, right? The number of lawyers who take at least 2 vacation is 20. So we know that the number of a lawyer with at least 2 vacation, so it's lawyer. So it's 20. So the total number of people who take at least 2 vacation is actually gonna be equal to, like the number of doctors who take at least 2 plus the number of lawyers who take at least 2 vacation, right? So it's gonna be like this, and plus the number of lawyers who take at least 2 vacations. So that's gonna be 35 plus 20, so that's 55. Okay. So number 34 is 55, and let's check. So let's finish to 35 and we check if 33, 34 and 35 are correct. Okay, so let's note it down. So here 33 is 1/4. Okay, so let's check a little bit. 33 is 1/4 is 0.7, and 34 is 55. So that's good. That's correct. So that's good. Okay, so that's good. Number 35. We coordinate H and K lies in the solution set. What is the maximum value of H? Okay, so with this kind of exercises, we need to draw the graph out. Okay, so let's go to graph alpha. So when you do this in the real test, please have a piece of paper and try to draw out this line as exactly as possible. So I'm going to draw out 2 lines. So y is smaller or equal to 1/2 of x minus 5, and at the same time y is equal to 3x minus 10. So let's see the solution set. So here's the solution set. So here is the solution set. So you have to take under the line 1/2 minus 5 and have to take above the line 3x minus 20. Okay, so that is what the solution set looks like. Okay, so what do they ask us? They ask us what is the maximum possible value of H, so H and K. So they are asking about a max for X. So the max for X is actually 6 here, right here, right? The max for X is actually 6. So 35 is, so max for H is equal to 6. So as you can see from the graph, the point with the biggest X coordinate is actually 6 and about minus 2 here, minus 2 point something. So and you can see the solution, X is the solution as well. So I think 35, the answer gonna be 6, right? So 35, it is 6 indeed, yeah. This is 6 indeed. Alright, number 36. Oh wait, we're almost done, almost done, okay, almost done. Okay, so let's check from 33, 34 and 35. So 33 is unfold. So it's not 3/4 is unfold. 55 and 36 is 6. So I was having number 33 wrong. Okay, let's see why we was wrong on number 33. Okay. So we got the equations right. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. This has to be 3/4, right? This is exactly 3/4. I was having a mistake in calculation here. Yeah. This is wrong on my part. This is 3/4 here, so I wasn't paying attention. So yeah, it's a mistake on my side. So I'm really sorry. So it's 3/4 here. Yeah. Right. Get it. So it's 3/4 here. Sorry. So it's a miscalculation from my side. The way we calculate is right, but I made a miscalculation. So sorry about that. So this is not unfold. So it has to be 3/4. All right. So our way of doing it is correct, but this is a miscalculation, right? Because 10 over 4, 3s over 4, but 3 times 1 is 3, and that's over 4, so the difference has to be 3 over 4. 3 over 4, so yeah, miscalculation on my part. Yes. Okay. So number 34 is 55 and 36 is 6. Okay. Is 6. So you just solve the system equation to get 6. Okay. 6. Alright. Alright. So let's do the last 3 questions from 36 to 37. Okay, so 36 they ask about the remainder when x squared plus 2x plus 1 is divided by x plus 3. Okay, so 36. Okay, so x squared plus 2x plus 1. Okay, so to find the remainder when it's divided by x plus 3, we have to find out a strategy to let one part to make the transformation that this polynomial actually have one part that is divisible by x plus 3, and the rest is the remainder that we want to find, right? So so we're gonna write it in the way it is divisible by x plus 3. So I'm gonna write it this way. That's 2x. Okay, so x squared plus, how to make this divisible by x plus 3? Okay, so it's actually plus 3x, and we minus x plus 1. And when we minus x here, we have to minus 3 as well, and have to plus 3. Okay, so that's good enough, and let's have this transformation going on. So x times, so we're gonna group these first two elements together to a term together. So it's gonna be like this, x squared plus 3x. Okay, so minus, we're gonna group the third term and the fourth term together. So minus outside, this is x plus 3. So that's plus 4. So the remainder, so we can see that this is just x times x plus 3 minus 1 times x plus 3, right, plus 4, right? So that's just equal to x minus 1 times x plus 3 minus 4. Okay, so I think the remainder, when we have to read it, is gonna be 4 here, right? This 4 here, because we have to extract out the x plus 3 factor from this polynomial, and then we find the remainder. What is remain is the remainder, so it's 4. Let's try 37. 38 belongs to the question that they show about the necklace. Alright, 37. Okay, so the cost now is just 100 plus 36 over n, and now they want to make 6 necklace, so n equal to 6. So this means that cost now is 100 plus 36 over 6, so that is 106. Alright. So the answer is 106. Alright. Each shop sell each necklace for $100, $150. Okay. Okay, so they ask about the cost per necklace. The cost per necklace. What is the where is number of necklace? Okay, so total cost. So we find out to see. So what the cost has to be 106 times 6, because per necklace, so it's 636. Okay, so that's 636. Sorry. So because that's the cost for one necklace. Cost for one necklace, because cost per necklace is. So but we are making 6 necklaces, so we have to multiply C by 6. So that's 36. Okay, so let's try number 38. Okay. If the shop sells each necklace for $150, how many necklaces should be made so that the shop make a profit of $564 after all of them are sold? Okay. So for example, the number of the necklace is n. So they sell each necklace for 150, and and uh, and we have to minus the cost, right? So n times c, right? N times c. So we need the profit of 564. All right. So we have that 150 n minus n times. Okay. So we plug in the equation to the cost, which is 100 plus 36 over n. That is equal to 564. So that's 150 n minus 100 n and minus 36 equal to 564. Okay, so you can easily calculate that 50 n gonna be equal to 600, right? So n is equal to actually 12. Okay, so 12 then, guys. So let's check it out. So 36 is 4. 37 is 636. 636 indeed. And 38 is 12. 38 is 12. Okay. So I think that's the end of the section for today. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any comment, any requests about which test I should check, or what test you want me to solve, please comment in the comment section down below and we prepare it together. I hope that I can help you with your application, or you know, like or just your normal study or your application process or your exams works. So I hope I can help with those endeavors. So thank you very much for watching. So have a good day and have a good exam.